Another reason that people leave religious institutions is because of the ROI, the return on investment. Not because of church hurt, not because, like me, I was asking questions and then shunned, but people just wake up and they see, man, I've been putting a lot of time, energy, resources, and money into this place for years, and the return on the investment has not been even equal to, definitely not greater, but not equal to in my life. Well, you shouldn't be looking at it as an investment, Dorian. It's your soul. Well, then why do you look at it as a business? Why am I helping to pay the light bill? That light bill is not in somebody's personal name. It's in the name of the business, of the church, 501. You're not paying the rent and all those things from your personal money. It's in the name of the building. So if you look at it as a business, I can look at it as an investment. And many people have sold thousands and thousands of dollars into these facilities, and their marriages have still been shafted for years. Their finances, they still can't buy the things they want to buy, go where they want to go, do what they need to do for themselves, for their children. Their body is still racked with pain and on all these medications. And then you'll say, well, Dorian, they have to take responsibility in their own life. Well, how can they when all of their money is going to this place when they could be investing it in good food, good drinks, healthier options for themselves, but they can't afford to. And they say expensive, the healthy food is more expensive. No, it's not. You just are putting your money in somewhere else where you could be putting it in yourself. How can I work on my marriage when we're always having to be at the church serving? How can I start a business when I'm always here? How can I have a better relationship with my kids when I'm always here and then dragging them too? So the return on investment is not equal to or even greater. Some of people are sitting in these churches where they have the picture of the new building, the future building, and they've had that building, that sketch up there for years. Some are outzoned. They probably can't even put a church there anymore. Probably changed the name of the street by now. It's probably a Walmart there. And you've had that picture up there for 10 years, coming soon, future building, and people are just pouring. Where's that money at? Where's the new building? Where's the return on my investment? Some people have put on programs in the church for the kids, or they've done, all these great things to help build the ministry, give it exposure, and they don't even get appreciation. They don't even get a thank you. It's like all the recognition goes to the leaders or to the pastor, and these people have slaved, and you'll give to a homeless person first. Well, unless you're Keon Henderson, you'll give to somebody on the street before you honor the people that's inside the buildings. Yes, some people do appreciations. We just want to give this flower and this card to mother for what she did. People do that. I see that a lot in churches. But for the most part, we're talking about there are some ministers on staff that don't get honorariums when they preach. They don't get any kind of, appreciation other than you get the title of being the pastor's armor bearer. They don't get anything in return that makes it worth it. Like if they were to leave that church today, what did you have to show for it? And I'm going to tell you right now, that was one of the main questions after 25 years, after being shunned and being, turned away just because I was asking questions. I'm like, wow, I don't have nothing to show for it. Still in debt, still all the things. And then when I deconstructed and started to take authority in my own life, it shifted. And now I'm in a totally different place. So not church hurt, not being shunned. It's just the return on investment is not equal to what people are giving or greater. You shouldn't be looking at it as an investment. This is your soul. Jesus paid it all and he gave you salvation. You should want to do those things. Well, if it's free and he's done the work and it is finished, he finished it, then I shouldn't have to do anything else. I shouldn't have to go to a building. I shouldn't have to give. I shouldn't have to do anything if my salvation has already been secured, right? All this other stuff is man-made stuff. This is stuff that y'all have created. And so here's the thing. A lot of pastors won't admit that they need to close their doors. A lot of them will not admit that they truly need to just shut it down because they're just siphoning all these funds from the people. They're hurting. The church is hurting. And when the church starts asking for money and asking for you to give more, you need to shut it down. Well, here's the thing, Dorian. I can't do that because this is all I've known. This is all I know to do. Well, do what you have been doing for years, telling people to trust God. So there is something you can do. There is more that you can do. Tell them like you've been preaching for years. Just have faith in God. Sow a seed. Tell them to do what you've been telling them to do for years. And believe that another way is going to be made for you, because you have to know that you're responsible and you're held accountable. And I'm not talking about to God. I'm talking about just to humanity, that you are on this earth, on this planet, taking from people. You're not expanding the church. You're not doing any kind of outreach. You're not doing anything more than just getting up there, preaching the word. We got praise and worship. We got the welcome. We got the offering. The baby's going to do a little speech. Look at the baby. So cute, doing a little speech. And then we're going to do a benediction and then leave and then repeat. And then you have the people coming out on Wednesday. You have them coming out there, and you know that you're not giving quality anything to the community. You need to shut it down, but you're afraid to. You're afraid to do it because you don't have any other income. Even if this is a side hustle or a side gig or side money, and you have your main job, you would probably miss that money and it would hurt. But you're already hurting people. You're already hurting. It's not working, and you're afraid to shut it down. I understand that. I get that. A lot of pastors are afraid to shut down, but it's not working. It's not bearing fruit. Back to what I was saying. If Jesus did it all and we're saved and we're free, we don't have to do man-made stuff. If the world would just follow Jesus, the red letters, all the teachings of Jesus, all he talked about was love, kindness, and giving to people. If we just stuck to that and cut out all this other extra foolishness, the world would be a better place. But we have this middleman, this stuff, and it's just the truth. Leaders, pastors, whatever you want to call them, that have these buildings, these churches, and have these people coming, and it's not bearing fruit in the community. It's not doing anything but just being a religious ritual, because that's what Black people are supposed to do. I'm just talking about Black people right now, because we're the one that's most, up here when it comes to religion. Those of you that have these people coming back and forth, and you know you're not bearing fruit, and you know you need to shut it down, but you're afraid to. So we challenge you. Trust God. Trust God that he's going to provide for you and your finances if you shut this stuff down, and do something different. Do something that's free. Do something that's not going to cost people. If you have a heart for people and the heart for the community, but I still want to help, you can do that for free. You can do that without having a building. They have, I'm telling you, they have community Facebook pages. Watch, what do you call it? The neighborhood group. Them people know how to organize stuff, and that stuff is free. You can create a page and say, hey, on the 10th, our whole neighborhood, we're going to do this, and we're going to bring what you have, and we're going to go give it to this, or we're going to go do that. We can do it. Y'all just want to be in a position of authority over people because of insecurities. Y'all just want that extra money, that extra funds, because you know it's hard out here, recession. How you think the people feel? Are they not struggling? Yes, they are. How do you know? Because you're asking them for more money. That's why people are leaving too, because of that ROI, that return on investment. They're tired of it. They're waking up to it. They've been serving and serving and serving. Man, I'm spending all my gas coming up here, my time coming up here, my family up here, my kids up here. We can't go on a date because of this. And man, I'm just giving so much to this place, time, money, and resources and effort. And my marriage is still like, man, we still, nah. Imagine if you take all that time, money, resources, and energy and efforts and put it into your kids, put it into yourself, put it into your marriage. Y'all gonna start looking at each other a lot different.